Alright, y'all, welcome to today's recap. Hopefully, you guys are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah. I'm a day trader. I trade small cap stocks, momentum, and breakouts. I stream every day, Monday through Friday, at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I upload recaps daily, red or green. And speaking of red or green, today I am down $150, as you guys can tell by the title and thumbnail. So let's jump right into this recap and break down exactly what happened here. So the first trade was on CRBP. I think this was I was holding my stop at, okay, so I was looking at the level 2. I was thinking my stop would be at 13. We were starting to see the level 2 thin out here, and especially on the ask side. And so I was thinking we might pull away here. And so I'm thinking I'm going to get filled at 50, right? This is where it all started. So orders are going through at 50. I'm thinking I'm going to get filled at 50. I put my limit at 39, and I actually got filled at 39, which is insane because look, when I move my order down, like ain't no way there's orders going through at 44. So how did my order get filled at 39? I don't know, to be honest. So that triggered me. And then to add insult to injury, watch what happens after this. A 50-cent jump to 94. And not only that, it goes further. And so I finally jump in. Now it's already up $1 higher than where I bought it. And of course, when I get in, this is where I'm supposed to be taking profit from my other trade. And this is where everything falls apart. I don't know where I'm stopping out. I didn't have a stop. I don't know if I had a stop in mind. If I did not stick to it. This trade, and the reason was because this trade was solely from emotion. There's no other reason. And it was because I got a bad fill and I was upset about it. And then to make things worse, it pops up $1 a share right after I exit and get a terrible fill. And so I knew from that moment that was frustrating to me. And I knew that this trade was just FOMO. Let me see if I can turn up my volume and hear exactly what I'm saying. So I'm jumping back in. Definitely another sort of FOMO entry. Stock was just kind of tricky as well, I think, but like, look at that drop, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's why you just can't hold your losers. I'm already down 30 cents once it touches 14. My stop should have probably been 14. And I said before, on 30 shares, my stop can be 30 cents. And if I get 3 losing trades back to back, I'll be down $9, whatever. However, that's not how this played out, as you guys know. $1 a share. I'm down $1 a share on 30 shares right now. And now it goes even further. Like, that's... And then, of course, more insult to injury. I probably get filled at 12.80. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see 12.80. I'm seeing 12.98 on the tape. I don't even see an order for 12.80 on the level 2. I legitimately probably got the lowest fill. It says the low of this candle is 82. So how is it that my average price is 80? How is my average price lower than this candle ever went? And so it just felt very frustrating today. That was $1.50 on 30 shares. This is literally what I got caught in right here. So this was super super frustrating, and I'm not trying to say that I don't deserve this red day. I 100% should have walked away multiple times. I had many opportunities to walk away before being down $150. I actually made $50 back when I was down like 100 something, and then I got to $70 in the red, and I could have walked away there. I had just enough buying power. I didn't even have enough. Like I had enough to take a smaller share size, um, and so I took it, and I ended up losing all of what I just had earned on that. So it was definitely a cold day in the market, and I mean it was tricky. It was tricky. I just overstayed my welcome. I overtraded. Nothing really, um, really good from today's session. So I'm taking this dip off the 9 EMA. I'm in the profit for a moment. Um, the thing is with the cash count, you really, it's like, do you take the base hit and use your buying power, and or and it's like I could have taken profit here, which I should have, obviously, because this actually ends up being a loser. So from a $20 winner, could have got closer to just max loss, which is $30, by the way. So I'm 5 times my max loss, unfortunately. And just look at that. Just continues flushing, and I'm of course selling right before the bounce. So obviously my footing was off today. So now I'm down $81 just on this stock. And then I think I took another trade. I upped my share size like a fool. I jump in here. This is a 60 million share float stock, ACIU. News was about how they, I don't know if it was this stock. I think it was the other one actually. I think it was CRVP. They posted news about like something about helping obesity. But this I didn't even check. I don't think. So I'm down here. It pops back up to my luck, and I don't know if I do sell or not. See, when I'm perfectly fine emotionally, especially in a cold market, I'd be taking this profit right here usually, especially in a cold market. And to be quite honest with you, the market has been heating up, so I mean, the idea of holding is not what's bad. It's just the fact that the reason I was holding, um, and it was because I wanted to make most of what I lost back in one trade. I was hoping to make $1 a share on. I don't even know if I was hoping to make $1 a share, but whatever I was hoping was not in alignment with my plan. And now it's a shooting star, and I'm not selling it. And you can believe that this actually ended up being a red trade. And that was that my first trade on this? I'm really ashamed if that was my first trade on this. That was my first trade on this. So this was a I didn't even know. Wait, was this a $20 winner at one point? I was in the green, $23. And this ended up being a $30 loser. Like, really? That's absolutely insane to me. I really have no words for my performance today. I took away the P&L from here and the positions because I was like, I am gonna trade my P&L if I see that. And so I actually jump in on this stock. I make $52 immediately off the bat. So I was watching it for a minute while I was eating, and I was like, this thing looks like it wants to move higher. Doesn't have a lot of volume though. So we pop up there. I'm jumping in at 812, and then I sold for about 52 bucks. Let's see where I got filled. Okay. I could have even probably held this one. Yeah, for another $50 probably actually. But I mean, the right thing to do is sell it when you're down already. Um, Unfortunately, I actually get in back here on this topping tail. Foolishly. Oh, I got a really bad fill. It was supposed to be the break over there, and I get filled on the way back down. So things just didn't play out in my favor today, and obviously this thing just flushes and flushes and flushes. I don't really have a stop on it. I'm in at 907. It's already almost $1 a share below my entry with 50 shares. Thank goodness I wasn't in with 100. That would be tragic, but still, regardless, 50 bucks is like, are you kidding? And now, from $50 in the green on this, ends up being a $38 loser. And like I sold at the bottom, and this thing actually rallies back up right after. Bro. So, really really unfortunate day for me. Um and I mean, it's something to learn from because the external factors like getting filled at a bad price and whatever else may happen on Weeble's end or whatever broker I'm using, um, is not something to get emotional about because that's out of my control. What's done is done. If I get a bad fill, I get a bad fill. That doesn't mean I go take another entry. Um, and especially on a higher price stock, and especially, I mean, like, I need to know my risk if I am going to do that. And had I held my 30-cent stop, I would have only lost $9 on it total on the 3 trades. But I didn't, and obviously, a $9 loss turns into 81, so 9 squared. So yeah, really tough day. I hope you guys had a better day than me, and I hope you guys stay disciplined and patient. If not, uh, just keep moving forward. Um, Tomorrow will be better, and make sure you really use these days as case studies for your trading. So if you guys are having a tough time as well, then definitely take a look into what's going on. And I think the way you start the day can really affect how the rest of the day goes. So I think I was emotionally triggered from the first trade. After a bad fill, I bought right back in. I take a loss, and now I'm even more mad. I get a bad fill. I go from green to red, and then I sell below the lowest price of that candle, and then next thing you know, I take another trade. I'm down 81 bucks, and now I'm completely overcome with emotions, and it's just downhill from there. Um, and then greed comes in, fear comes in, everything else, all the thoughts of, oh, like I don't have enough buying power, I gotta hold this for the bigger move, and then you disregard the base hits, and then you end up holding until you're losing, and so it's just negative feedback loop, and you just end up spiraling. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. If you start off on the wrong foot, maybe the right thing to do is get up and walk and think about it, because if it's not in your control, then there's nothing to be mad about. There's nothing to be upset about. If you didn't follow your rules, that's something else. You you know you should have followed your rules, maybe. And even then, it's not something to cry about. What's done is done. No point in crying over spilled milk. So we're gonna put today behind us and move forward, taking this day into consideration. Just another day to learn from. Um, and yeah, hopefully you guys are staying blessed, staying disciplined, staying calm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.